chances are all you can find here in terms of frame rates is 25 and 50. That's it. And when you go to high frame rates and you enable it, it goes to 100. Disappointing, right? What's up guys, Dan Frullani here and welcome back to a new video. I haven't uploaded many videos recently because I've been so busy, man. And one of the things I've done these days, I opened a channel for my son, Mcihael. It's for kids. Mostly so that he could have some fun. He wanted it so bad, he insisted so much, kind of forced me into it, but eventually I think I'm the one having so much fun. I mean, he's having fun, yeah, but me more. Anyways, check it out when you get a chance, and if you have children, subscribe to it. Alright, what do I talk about today? Let's say this video would be more useful for Europeans rather than Americans. Or maybe also for you guys from the States if you travel. Why? Because I receive many comments, especially when I make videos about super slow motion, 120 frames per second, or when I mention the fact that I shoot in 24 frames per second. And many write comments like, I don't have that option, all I have is 25, 50 and 100. What's wrong with my camera? Nothing's wrong with your camera, but it's just a matter of settings. So let's see, how can we fix that? All right, I'm gonna tell you how to do that and then I will explain. I'm gonna take my Canon R7, I'm gonna turn it on, and I open the menu and movie rec size here. If you live in a country like Italy, France, Spain, Germany, or England, let's say in Europe or in the UK, chances are all you can find here in terms of frame rates is 25 and 50. That's it. And when you go to high frame rates and you enable it, it goes to 100. Disappointing, right? Not really. But let's say you want to shoot in 24 frames per second real-time speed, you want the possibility to shoot 30 and 60 and high-speed frame rate 120 frames per second. So you have to change the system, the video system. Click on the menu with the wrench here. You go to tab number 2 here, video system. And if you have this issue, it means it's set to PAL. And it's not an issue, I promise. So don't worry about it now, but switch to NTSC. Here we are. Now, when you click on the menu number 1 of the camera here, movie rec size, here you have it. Now you have 24, 30, 60, and if you go to high frame rate and you enable it, and now you have 120 frames per second. It actually says 119.9, but 120. Potato, right? By the way, check the links in the description to see all my gear stuff and things, my gear. And check the link to Epidemic Sound if you want 1 month of awesome music and great sound effects for your videos, 1 month for free. Now that you know how to switch from PAL and NTSC, or the opposite, when should you use one and when should you use the other? Of course, if you live in the States and you have NTSC by default, don't worry about it. You have all the possible frame rates and you're good to go. But for all video shooters who live in Europe, or for Americans traveling to Europe, there's something you need to know. That when you buy a camera in Europe or in the UK, it's by default set to PAL, its video system. Why? Because the system, the video system PAL, is the one compatible with the frequency of the lights in your country. So that when you shoot in 50 or 100 frames per second, there's no flickering in the lights because of its frequency. But if you shoot using NTSC in a country where the video system is PAL, if you shoot in 24 frames per second, nothing will happen. But if you shoot in 60 or 120 frames per second with the proper shutter speed, all the lights, most of them, will be flickering in your video. Unless they're continuous light, like LEDs. In that case, no problem. So if you live in Europe or in the UK, should you use NTSC at all? Well, yes, If you shoot outdoors, for example, during the day with natural light, no problem. There's no frequency like artificial light, so no problem. You can shoot 24, 60, 120, whatever. And I'll try to catch a glimpse of the sunset. I'm gonna try. It's not gonna be easy because I don't have much time, but I do what I can. If you shoot at night and there are artificial lights and they're not continuous lights, they're regular lights, using NTSC in a country where the system is PAL will cause so much flickering lights. In that situation, what I usually do, either I shoot everything in PAL or I shoot the speaking parts in 24 frames per second and NTSC, no problem at all. And by the way, have you guessed where I am right now? It could be anywhere in the world. Where is it? Where am I right now?
He's gonna say it.
For all the B-rolls, I switch to PAL and I shoot in 50 and 100 frames per second. Problem solved. Or, like in this situation, for example, in my studio, I have continuous lights only. So I can shoot in PAL, I can shoot NTSC, whatever I want. Alright, if you found this video useful, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh yeah!